Amigos, qué emoción, qué felicidad sobre todo me da encontrarme y ver a estos dos grandes actores que ya hemos visto en muchas producciones, tanto en la televisión como en el cine, y de verdad que es un placer enorme poder compartir con ustedes. Welcome. It's a pleasure to be with you guys. Thank you, Kevin.
Well, thank you.
Úrsula,
Thank you for having us.
Es un placer, sobre todo, ¿saben qué? Porque esta película completamente de acción es algo totalmente diferente, Kevin, a lo que te hemos visto. This is like a completely different project for you. I mean, we love you as a comedian, we love you as an actor, but we haven't seen much of you as an action actor.
Yes.
Oh
this is
oh my God, here we are again.
This is it's a change up, right? This is an exciting new role. You know, I'm looking for the landscape of progression, and I think what we've seen me do in the past and the roles that we've seen me play, we're familiar with. We know that I can do that. The changes as of late, of course, from the Upside, Fatherhood, True Story, it's been me baby stepping to get to this particular stage. So I think F. Gray did an amazing job of keeping me on the line of poise, posture, charisma.
You did a great job, by the way.
You
did. I believed every single thing and scene that you made.
Thank you. I appreciate it, but I got to credit my co-stars, right? I mean, regardless of what I did, I can't do it without the amazing people to ping pong off of. So the cast that we had acted as an amazing asset to the final product. So kudos to all.
¿Fue difícil tomar la decisión de hacer este nuevo rol o es algo que tú ya venías buscando? Was it hard for you to take this new role, or is it something that you have been waiting for?
No, I mean, I think as comedians, it's easier for us to go dramatic, right? Like drama is a much easier task at hand for me, except outside of comedy. I mean, comedy is what I work on, and of course you get comfortable, but there are no laughs on set. It's you and the camera, so you're assuming that the action is going to bring a laugh when people watch on the big screen. The drama is about the performance and the understanding of like grounding the reality, and I think to me that's just an easier thing to do. So no, it wasn't hard at all.
Perfecto. Y por supuesto, me imagino que para ti, Úrsula, querida, que todos te sentimos como parte de la familia.
¿Ah, sí?
Te lo juro, porque...
Pues
bueno,
no lo soy. No,
pues no lo soy, es mala. Tu papel me encantó y es como que ese papel de mujeres empoderadas, de esas mujeres fuertes que tú siempre has seguido en esa línea de buscar estos personajes que van, por lo que puedo ver, con tu personalidad, fuertes.
Sí, me gusta. Sí, estás en lo cierto. Yo creo que sí. Yo creo que lo estábamos diciendo antes. Me siento muy afortunada porque realmente siento que hay mucho más que explorar en ese tipo de personajes. Porque uno no es una sola cosa, ¿no?
Claro.
Uno puede ser valiente, puede sentirse poderosa, pero a la vez también puedes tener tus inseguridades, puedes tener miedos, puedes tener vulnerabilidades. Entonces... no sé, como que siento que me resulta más interesante hurgar en ese tipo de personajes que en los personajes que a lo mejor son como más lineales. Y me gusta eso porque creo que estamos muy acostumbrados a ver como la mujer como más tímida, no sé qué, que termina sacando su lado como más fuerte, ¿no? Y se revela. Pero al revés, creo que es algo menos común.
Claro.
Como ya fuerte. Presentar a una mujer fuerte y que poco a poco vayas identificando las debilidades de esa mujer, ¿no?
Y además, tu personaje es una piloto muy fregona, por no decir otra palabra que nos encanta a los mexicanos. Like
fregona
en mexicano diríamos, pónganle pip, muy
muy ok.
Tú tienes que decir muy exacto.
Exacto, yes.
Exacto, eso mero.
Perfecto.
Es una mujer muy fregona, es una piloto, o sea, de verdad que todas las cartas están puestas para ella. ¿Qué fue a ti principalmente lo que te llamó la atención de hacer este personaje y obviamente compartir el lado de Kevin?
Para mí, el hecho de que fuera piloto me pareció muy interesante porque yo sabía que yo terminé un poco reñida con la acción, debo decir, apaleada, vamos a decir. Entonces, para mí era importante que si me embarcaba de nuevo en un proyecto que tenía que ver con la acción, y también es un robo, y hay una banda, para mí era importante hacer un personaje distinto.
Diferente.
Distinto. el hecho de que fuera piloto ya fue como algo que dije, está bien, es como poco común también, ¿no? Normalmente el piloto es el hombre en las películas. Y a través de eso también, pues evidentemente, el cast, todas las personas de las que he estado rodeada, que han sido such an inspiration, la verdad.
It was hard to say no.
Sí,
right?
no.
No, you weren't going to say no. You're like, okay, of course, I mean.
It was Kevin Hart to say no.
Exacto. Sorry, that's my phone.
La medicina.
Mi llamada de
Te
trabajo.
Me toca la pastillita.
Me toca la pastillita de las 12. We were talking about action. I think, since the beginning to the end, we've seen a lot of action, and you just stay like this the whole time into your bed, into whatever you're watching it. How was it for you? Was it hard? And what was the hardest part? And I've heard that you've even lost weight doing this, or?
Yeah. Well, not lost weight. I just came in a little more toned up and in shape, just to.
O sea, que estabas en tu mejor forma para hacer este personaje,
Yes.
físicamente.
Yes. I think the best part was embracing the idea of the action, but making sure that we put the characters in a position to partake in the action in a believable manner, right? Because although we were a team, a heist, unit, when it comes to the world of fighting and, chase or gunplay, it's not necessarily our cup of tea. So the team, the moments that presented themselves had to be positioned in a way to where people would go, oh my God, I believe that. I can, although it's on a plane, although it's this crazy and we are 40,000 feet in the air, the idea at hand is something that we can grasp. And, the fight scenes were good fight scenes, grounded, believable fight scenes. And I think that plays a major part in action, right? Like you can go on the excessive side of it, but for this, we wanted to play in a more believable space of performance with our actors and actresses that were in those scenes.
How was it for you to incorporate the woman power? ¿Cómo fue para ti o qué significó incorporar el poder que tienen las mujeres?
I think, as a producer and a creative, it's very important to be aware, right? And I think the conversations today and the drive towards equality, inclusivity, the conversation attached to empowerment and, making sure that women have the stage to show and to show out. It's very important. So for us, I think that we really did highlight women in this movie in different ways. To Ursula's point of just choosing to do the project, it was based off of the idea of a woman pilot and being in control. And okay, I like that. That's different. That's new. Gugu, as a leading lady in this film, did an amazing job. But once again, when it came time to have action scenes and get down, Gugu had the same stage that I had, and there were moments where she got to shine as well. So I think making sure that there's a nice balance and positioning for all to be highlighted is a big priority and has been of myself, my company. I know of Netflix as well, and our other partner, Simon Kinberg, like F. Gary Gray. Like you're looking at men and women that understand the moment, the time, and the change.
Now that you're mentioning all of this, it comes to my head, Eugenio Derbez. I don't know if you know him or if you've heard of him, but he's a Mexican actor, like very well renowned. He started as a comedian as well.
Okay.
But he started doing dramas and everything else. He made that change. He's actually like super big in the United States for Hispanic audiences. But he once said that if he wanted to do movies differently than what he used to do as a comedian, he has to produce his own movies.
Yes.
Is that something that you can relate to?
Absolutely. Being self-productive and creative is the best way to get to new roads of success. I think when you're waiting for other people to present the opportunities, you can find yourself waiting for quite some time. I've always been a forward action item, and the concept to idea, writing, developing, packaging, presenting, selling, licensing, like all of that is that's been like my new excitement attached to the business of entertainment and media. So I will say with the transition looking for the projects that I want to do. That's one portion of it. But also tasking talented writers to come up with concepts that we're presenting and give us different options of A, B, and C, and things that I can partake in and say, oh my God, yes, this is good. Like right now, I'm probably going to end up doing a romantic comedy next, and I'm like, well, what's the romantic comedy? But I'm like, what's the version of it that we want to play in? Like, how far on the romance? What's the display of performance that we want to put in front of my fans next? So that's the eyesight, that's the concept, and that creative starts early. But once again, it's not going to be delivered to you. It's best if you are proactive in finding or developing.
Yeah, that's great. Even for us, that we're just starting in this business. Úrsula, for you as well. Corrígeme si estoy equivocada, pero ¿es esta tu segunda película, podríamos decir, grande de Hollywood? Porque sé que has participado en otras series.
Ha sido un aprendizaje muy grande. No te voy a engañar, en mi primer proyecto en inglés lo pasé fatal, porque no me enteraba de nada. Me costaba mucho relacionarme con la gente. Yo soy una persona muy extrovertida, soy una persona que necesita en el set, para poder trabajar a gusto, necesito como crear un vínculo con la gente, y me costaba mucho sentirme como en mi hábitat. En España llevo trabajando muchos años, todos nos conocemos con todos, por más que empieces un nuevo proyecto, alguien conoces, ¿sabes? Entonces somos como una gran familia. Y comenzar de cero ha sido también como, wow, como salir de tu zona de confort, aprender inglés. Bueno, han sido, sobre todo el primer proyecto, te diría que fue un proyecto súper necesario, porque fue lo que hizo que yo aprendiera a sacarme las castañas del fuego con el inglés. Y en este segundo proyecto ya...
¿Te lo has disfrutado más?
Me lo he disfrutado un poco más, sí. Siempre un poco struggling con algunas cosas, pero a mí me parece muy bonito y creo que es necesario también salir de tu zona de confort.
Me encanta, porque queremos seguir viéndote en Hollywood. Sí. Queremos seguir viéndote. Just to finish, guys, la pregunta del millón. ¿Se queda fuera la comedia para Kevin Hart? Are you over with the comedy?
No, never. I'm a comedian at heart, right? Yeah. Like, no, it's never done. You want to expand your portfolio, and it's not until you point it out that people understand. Like, I've tapped into action comedy, I've tapped into adventure, I've tapped into animation, I've tapped into family, I've tapped into drama. It's just expanding the ecosystem and the choices. So ultimately, when I'm 60, 65 years old, God willing, I can look back and look and view my career and go, wow, like, I really did kind of do it all. I'm attempting or trying to get to a place of conversation that embraces all. And it's just for my excitement, like my fun journey. I think if you have that and you have something that acts as like fuel and ammunition for you to get up and go, then you're never going to be comfortable, right? It's like you're always looking for the new. So this is me finding the new, enjoying the new, and embracing it. Doesn't mean that I'm done with everything else. Can't be.
Well, thank you so much. Muchísimas gracias a los dos. Es un verdadero placer compartir con ustedes. Éxito, porque Lift no se lo pueden perder. Está buenísima. Acción de principio a fin. Muchísimas gracias.
Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I'm so cold.
No, you're not.
You're so warm.
Yes,
Why? Why are you cold?
I don't know.
Yeah.
My
It's so
hands
hot in here.
My hands are always like freezing. No, seriously, look. Y tú estás calientita.
Porque yo estaba así.
My
fine.
goodness. And look at you.
It's perfect. Yes,
You're
warm.
Kevin Hart. You're always warm.
Always
look
warm.
at this.
Warm.
Whenever you're freezing, just touch his hand and then
Warm.